What's going on, Izzy? How we doing? Hopefully all this is working. I believe so. Can you hear me all right? Hell yeah. How we doing? Dang, dude. I'm just sending an email right now. Need more. All right. Hold on. Oh, how's that? What do you do for work? Better. That's the best I got. It's a cold, rainy day. You can't even see it. Rainy day here in CT. Lousy rainy day. I'm in a power sports store. What's going on, Colby? Sunny as hell in Northern California. I'm sure it is, man. Isn't it always nice in California? Except for when there's like earthquakes and stuff. Power sports store, like dirt bikes and all that. That's pretty cool. Just giving this whole live stream thing a shot again. Um, Obviously, I'm nowhere near the following that Orion has or Chris has or whatever. So that's why the conversations are small. But if we can get a couple people in here and start talking, that'd be cool. What's up with y'all? And I noticed the live streams count towards my viewing hours, which I only need, I think, like 800 more out of 3,000 to get to the next tier of whatever. Look how it's crazy snow. Oh, you're way up there then. The Sierra weather isn't good year round. Rain extender and crazy fires. Nothing like South Cal. Fair enough. Dude, I watch Craig 909 a lot, and he's out in California. Does a lot of Ford stuff. Obviously, that's why I watch him. Um, Damn, we got three people. Three people, only 4 minutes in. Yeah, Cali's cool. The nice thing about the West Coast though is y'all got like the good car shows. Like I've been to California, I've been to Texas, and like those, the car culture is way different in Texas and California. Tennessee, nice in the 60s. Yeah, we're like, I don't know. Connecticut's fluctuating. Sometimes we're right now it's 80 degrees or 70 degrees one day with low humidity, and then it's raining and cold the next day. Back and forth. But anyways, back to when you guys gonna start on the OBS. I got a lot of good news on that. I don't know if I should share it. I don't really reveal anything, but hopefully, as for starting on it, we are hopefully starting on it. See, Chris is traveling this weekend. Ideally, we want to start on it ASAP, but we're just trying to get everything, all our ducks in a row, aligned before we tear into it. Um, Although my wife and I were cruising it this weekend, and the freaking um, oil pressure gauge went all the way down. Do I know what's up with the ricer? As far as I know, Chris Pendarvis is still doing some small touch ups on it, and that's why it wasn't picked up. but I can't really confirm or deny that since I don't really know all that stuff. But it's still in Florida. I know that for sure. Um, Chris has way too many cars in Connecticut than we should right now. So to keep a couple dispersed isn't a bad idea. Pert, like high school pert. How do I was yes. LOL. What's going on, pert dude? How we doing? Trying this whole live stream thing out. Um, so thanks for tuning in. It would be nice to see him get rid of the junk and bring back the nice cars from Florida. Way too many cars out of Connecticut. 100%, I agree, and we're trying. I mean, I'm trying to influence him. Um, it's getting rid of the cars that we hardly use. Um, like it's been announced. I'm sure. I think it's been announced. We're reviving the 370 LS, swapping that. So it'd be cool to bring that back. But then there's just stuff there that never gets used and whatever. Pert, you do lives on YouTube or like Twitch or what? But yeah, no, we have to. I don't know. It's a whole year of trying new things, with especially with me trying to help out as much as I can and get things squared away, um, and all that. But it would be cool to. I've never even seen a racer in person, believe it or not, which is crazy to say. And the GTR, actually, yeah, but since the GTR is back, um, the GTR is the second time I've seen it. I helped Chris last year do new fuel lines from the fuel pump on it, and it was the first time I've seen it, and then I haven't seen it since. Actually, no, actually, I lied. I've seen it a bunch because it was at the old shop kicking around for a while before it went south. What's done to my Fox? Vortex supercharger, Holly Sniper, whole setup, X Flow. It's got GT40P heads, if you know small block Fords. Um, it's got full exhaust, 6-point cage, trick flow stage one cam, fuel pressure regulator with boost reference. I think it's on like 10 pounds of boost right now. It just needs to be professionally tuned. Like I've driven it tuned as is with like where you put in the free presets on the Holly. Um, but it just really need to get the tune dialed in. And we're supposed to take a turbo mic, but it's just now it's when's Chris available and when's turbo mic available. And then whenever that is, I'll just take the day off of work and go up with them. And then the Colorado, before we do all that too, the serpentine belt on the Colorado is bumping off a thread. So we're trying to get that. Ever since the new water pump got put on, it's been coming off a thread. Ricer's the OG, coolest Miata hands down. I mean, I think I'm not a Miata guy. Um, Squid with cheese, what's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Coolest Miata, I agree. Out of all the Miatas he's owned, I've seen a couple of them. I worked on a couple of them with him. Um, I mean, it is sick. Yeah, it's cool that like he gave it away and then got it back. What's going on, dude? How we doing? But yeah, so OBS is coming soon. Hopefully within the next month we'll start tearing that apart. Hopefully the Colorado and Fox body are getting tuned soon within the next month. Um, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it with those things. Do I have a welder? Yes, I have a welder. I have a Hobart 140 with gas. little little something to get stuff done. I mean, I've done sheet metal work with it, floor pans, whatever, and I've welded thicker stuff like brackets and all that. Little pooper scoop. What's going on, dude? Not a bad guy either. What kind of car is it, dude? And is it rusted out where it needs new piping put in? Lexus. Let's see. Dang. My number is the same, dude. You can just text me and we can figure something out. Am I into off-roading at all? I'm not against it. I haven't. I mean, I've messed around. I've never gotten serious about it. Like, I know there's a couple parks up in like New York. I think like Roush Creek or something. There's a couple of those parks, but I've never. I've had old trucks that I've taken on trails, but I've never done anything. I actually used to snowmobile a lot. I was big into snowmobiles for like a while. All right, that's a cool part. That works. Um, but yeah, I don't have anything built for off-roading right now. I've never really been a Jeep guy, although it depends what kind of off-roading you're talking about. Side by sides, talking about Jeeps or trucks or um, what kind of off-road are we talking about? Let me know, Colby. 6 people. Thanks y'all for tuning in. Give me a like if y'all don't mind. What about the truck off-road? That do I mean, I have two trucks right now. I have a 2006 F-150 that I just use for plowing and towing, and it used to be a daily driver until gas went through the roof. And then I have the OBS F-150, which is going to go low and fast, like potentially 1,000 horsepower fast. So I don't have anything that I off-road personally right now. Rock crawling, dirt bikes, snow, etc. I've never rock crawled with anything. Um, I've ridden dirt bikes, although I was on Chris's YZ, and that thing was. I've never ridden a two-stroke until I tried that, and then he was on pavement, and I didn't want to dump his bike, so I just brought it back to the shop that day. But snowmobiles, I had a bunch growing up. I had a lot of like '80s, like the old '80s Formula sleds. We had a Mach 1, had a couple Polarises, a couple Ski-Doos. I still have one. It's sitting in my backyard right now. And then I whatever rip it around occasionally, but I'm not into it as much as I used to be. But it's all time and money, really. Yes, I have. I had two of them that I owned, and I sold them when I was trying to buy my Fox body. And then I've had the one since I was 15 years, like 14 or 15 years old, which is sitting rotting in my backyard right now. Still runs. I just I don't put time and effort in anything. You've seen that hover bike. I did see the hover bike on Orion Stream. I think I mean, I went to the website, whatever. I checked it out. I think it's fake or AI or something like that because I don't believe it. I don't believe it till I see it with one of those. Do I have the OG Fox? Yes, I still have the same Fox. I've had like 6 or 7 in between, but the black one that I painted, that I did the whole nine on it, that started from pretty much a shell with motor in it, is still in my garage to this day. Um, and it's supercharged now. It's got a whole Holly sniper system on it now, and hopefully I'm gonna get it professionally tuned this month, and then take it to the drag strip this summer at some point. Hopefully. Yeah. So my brother still has his Mustang. That's fully done. 67. And then he also has he bought a 68 Galaxy. And as far as I know, he's doing a 460 big block stroke to something like a 50 something. And he's doing twin turbos on it. He's doing a full drag build on that car when he gets the time. But as far as I know, he's got everything, like most of the parts. He's just slowly putting it together. What's everybody like Colby? What do you have for cars? And who else is still in here? What do you guys drive for cars? Fun cars, dailies, whatever. Let's see what you got. Anybody? Squidward, jeez. What do y'all daily drive? What do y'all got for project cars? I'm curious. Buying a bike this summer, street bike. ES300 is the daily? Cord's the daily? We talk about a street bike or e-bike? What do we got? Colby, I got a built Jeep XJ. I don't even know Jeeps that well. I gotta figure out what an XJ is. Hold on, let me Google this. Oh, it's the square body Cherokees with the notorious 4.0. Those things are indestructible. Solid project, solid contender. Um, a lifted Ranger. What year Ranger? And is it still stock? Like, is it a 4.0 in those things, or what? Or is it a square body Ranger? Those are pretty cool with the 5.0 swaps. Um, an R32 swap Jetta. I never got into Volkswagens. Little pooper scoop. I got a 77 F-150. I'm putting a Chevy motor in. Like LS? Or are we talking small block 350 or something else? Although I had 76 F-150 that I drug out of the woods 2 years ago, and I just sold it last year, and it was clean. Where am I reading? Some wave runners and dirt bikes and boats. Dang, got it all. And I want a bobber bike. It's 044 Ranger 404 by lifted on 31. That's pretty sweet. Yes, the K 2500. Dude, trucks are cheap. Or you can pick one up local, probably a couple grand here. I mean, the OBS I just picked up, which you can see on Instagram or on YouTube. There's a couple videos of it. Dude, I paid $1,000 for that truck. I thought it had a bad motor in it, and I went to check it out in like January, and then the guy's like, "No, it's not a bad motor. It's just a bad fuel pump fuse." So I was like, "Oh, will you take this for it?" And try to lowball him because he had it up for like $2,500. And then he's like, "Nope." So I said, "All right." A month or two goes by, and then I hit him up a couple weeks back, and I was like, "Hey, truck hasn't sold. Excuse me. Will you take like what's your best price?" He said $1,000. I said, "All right, I'll be there tomorrow." Showed up with $1,000, towed it home because it didn't run, and it turns out it was the ECU fuse or PCM, whatever you call it, fuse on it that kept like the maxi fuse under the hood, and it kept blowing instantly every time you turned the key. And it was a bad O2 sensor. I figured out like an hour and a half. Bad O2 sensor that had an internal short to ground. Put Unplugged that O2 sensor. Later, then ordered one and put a new one in, but unplugged it and just threw a new fuse in it and started right up and ran like a top till I got oil pressure this past weekend, which I think it just leaked all its oil out of it. Just a 5.3, so 5.3 LS. I mean, that'd be cool in a 77 F-150. I mean, those are cool trucks. I had one, like I said, I had a 76, and it just wasn't the project I wanted to build at the time, so I got rid of it. Apaches are cool. Astro vans are cool. I mean, you ever watch Tony Angelo on Stay Tuned? He took a first gen S10, tried to make like a GMC Cyclone, um, what do you call it? Clone ish, not like a real clone, but clone enough. He took a first gen square body S10, and then he took an Astrovan because it has all wheel drive and the 4.3. Swapped that stuff over to the S10, and that car made some. Then they put it literally an Amazon turbo kit on it, and that truck made some crazy power. But the Astrovans are cool, especially the all wheel drive ones. What else we got? 5.3. What's the plan with the 77 F-150? Just a cruiser, wheel and truck, daily, show truck, drag truck, street truck. Keep going on and on. Oh, I gotta sim wave runners and dirt bikes and boats. What do y'all think? Y'all who've watched all the stuff on the OBS, if you owned it, what would you do to it? I'd be interested to hear all that. It is a two-wheel drive, 5.0, 8-foot bed truck with a 4R70W. So if you own that truck, what would you do to it? I'm interested to hear everybody's ideas on that. And let's say you had no budget. Like if you had no budget on that truck, what would you build it into? Anybody? Let's see. What's everybody up to right now besides watching this? Anybody? Let me go. Let me know what y'all think. All right, let's look up some street drugs. Oh, we got one answer. Just a cheap truck. I got all the parts lying around. It used to have the 4.8. All right, let's see. Check this out. I'll share my screen in a second. All right, how do we share this? Let me put this on here on my phone. All right, y'all can see this, right? What do y'all think of this? Let me see if I can pull this live up. There we go. All right. What do y'all think of this? So we have this truck, right? Cowl hood, 2-inch cowl hood. These are the Lightnings, first gens. The splitter down here. Outright Garage. 427 Windsor powered first gen 1993 Ford Lightning. So the Lightning came with 351 stock. These are second gen Lightning wheels on it, which is pretty cool. You had the paint matched grill, the paint matched bumper. What else? Short bed. I think these had roll pans factory. Let's see. This one's what do we got here for an intake? Right here. How's that hood look? That looks pretty sick. The cowl, Ford racing gauges, or yeah, share this tab. I mean, I think the paint match grill looks good. I think the little splitter looks good. What do y'all think? Let's see. Let's go back to this sharing. Nobody's whatever. Let's see if we can do this. Let me hold on real quick. How do you share this? Yo, if y'all are watching, you haven't liked this yet. If you don't mind liking it, that'd be great. What's everybody up to? 2 viewers. What can I put for a picture? We'll do this. Paste. Nope. We got 2 viewers. What's going on, people? All 2 viewers. How do I do this? Sorry, I'm on my phone right now, real quick. Bear with me. Link. Paste. Done. Okay. See what happens there. Who's in here? We got 2 people in the chat. What's going on? Say something. Talk to me. Yo, my man hanging in there. Little pooper scoop. All right, let's talk about. Just got a cheap truck. Still here, dude. Thanks for hanging in. I just posted this to my Instagram story. Maybe we'll get a couple more people to jump in, get the chat going. Y'all got any questions for me about anything? OBS, Fox Body, I'm happy to answer them. Talk about anything. Let's see. What are y'all up to? What are y'all up to? What are y'all up to? What's up with the Fox Body? Currently? What do you want to know? How I built it? What it's doing? Just sitting in my garage? Why I never drive it? Pretty much just I built the whole thing. I wonder if I have some pictures I could show. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's kind of shitty, but let's show. Here's a quick little reel. That's the day I bought it. Full of parts. Painted it. Pulled the engine out. Welded up all the holes in the engine bay. Supercharged it. Fuel pump. Redid the carpet in it. Oh, dang, it's a song. I thought I was going to do a little idle. But yes, right now it's just here's another picture of it with my welder in front of it. Um, it's just sitting in my garage, needs a tune. Um, oh, here's the 76, dude, that I pulled out of the woods. Literally dragged it out of the woods. It was clean though, super clean. But yeah, what's up with the Fox Body? It just needs a tune. It needs a professional tune. Um, dang, Paul, you would threw me under the bus like that, dude. Paul, give this a like. Let me know what you think, Paul. Go ahead. There we go. Good band. Um, Paul, tell us about your Miata, dude. Tell us how you sold your Fox Body to buy a Miata. What are you at work right now? Working, and then oh, yep, that answers that, huh? Should we pull up Marketplace? Let's pull up Marketplace, see what's on there. Pull up the old Marketplace. Not sharing. Um, bear with me here as I try to pull a Marketplace. Let's do some Marketplace scouring. Four people. I'm off this week. Oh, are you in transition? No, okay. There we go. Yes. Dang, dude. Transition to the real world. Six people. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do some Marketplace. Check my notifications. Just gotta get into Marketplace first. Bear with me here. Let's see what's going on in the local Marketplace as a group. Five people. Dang. What's going on, everybody? Let's see. Let me pull this up on here. The chat. And then trust this device. Yo, what's up, man? How we doing, man? Thanks for joining in the stream. We're about to do some Marketplace hunting in a second. All right, let's do the old T-Town area. Colby, what's going on, dude? We're about to do some Marketplace hunting. Because who doesn't want to look at Marketplace together? Let's see. All right, I think I'm good to share my screen now. I had to take a call, a big business call or what? Let's see. How do we share this? Facebook Marketplace. Here we go. Go down here. Is it working? Oh. Yes. What are we on the hunt for? We're scrolling through, seeing what's going on. Well, I don't need it. Well, this is you're never on the hunt for anything when you scroll on Marketplace, really, and then you just come across a good deal and you just end up buying it. Unless that's just me. Could be just. Let's see. Miata. Pass. 50 gray square body is crazy. I agree. Let's check it out in Torrington. Let's see what it's got. Oh, videos. Scottsdale C10, 350 crate motor, TH350. So it's a normal square body, nothing crazy, just all done up. I mean, it's clean. Fresh paint, go to top to bottom. I mean, it's clean, don't get me wrong, but 50K is crazy. All right, let's see what else we got. Been on Marketplace for days looking for a decent wrecker with a wheel lift. Dang. Dude, you're always buying and selling stuff, dude. Here, hold on. Let's go back to this. Make you wrench. Oh, fuck. Ooh, shouldn't say that. How do I do this stuff? There. Give the man a wrench. What do we got? Here's this OBS 4-wheel drive 96 extended cab $3,000. Frame is cracked. Way too much money. $3,000 is outrageous for a cracked frame. It's got a 351 Windsor, so it's a roller block. I mean, the motor alone's worth $500 to $800 in our area. Has a front end issue. Has to get trailer. This dude's not selling this thing for a while at $3,000. What do we got? $400 Chevy Suburban. 4.6 Vortec for parts. Trans is junk. Dude needs to parts it out. The OBS for sure. For sure. What else? 1,500 in mass. Parts car. Why is everything a parts car? This looks clean. I mean, it's dirty, but it looks like a clean truck. Heavy duty. So what's got 8 lug axles then? Was going to restore, but has too many problems with the long term. A lot of leaks. Looking to get 1,500. There's some good parts. I mean, it looks straight. Looks like it's got minimal rust. I mean, well, see the rockers right here. Can y'all see the mouse? Yeah. Dude, I looked at it and kept driving it with the TDP drop down. What did you look at? I'm confused here. He kept driving it with the loose. Oh, the F1. Do you know him personally? I just called him out on his truck. Oh, here we go. Who knows this ad? Anybody recognize these? Anyone recognize these? We all know who those are. Oh, more Miata parts. Jeez, I wonder whose shipping container this is. No, I don't know him. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, he's got a lot of trans in that corner. What else? Why do we keep getting ads? All right, let's search Ford and see what pops up. '79. Oh, is this Burville Fords or whatever? This guy? No. There's a whole guy in Torrington that parts these things out. I see him all the time. 3,500 F-250. I mean, if it's a running driving truck, that's fair. 5-speed. I mean, it's seen better days, but 250,000 miles needs work. Why does it need work? It's 25. All these dudes are 60. Yeah, okay. Let's go pick these up for $200. Rusty heads, needs new valves, needs new springs. I mean, these things need work. And what are they? C90Es. Come on. What else we got? What do y'all think? Oh, here we go. SVO. Well, I don't know if it's SVO. It's got the SVO wheels. 2 grand. Oh, yep, true SVO. Got the SVO front end. We got the light brackets, the whole different lights, the whole different hood with the scoop. Shock tower rust. For those that don't know, this is the shock tower. I mean, they're not bad. I've seen worse. Or 12 valves. I have no idea. I'm not into that, but let's look it up and see what 7.3 goes for. Just the motor alone. What the marketplace says. Killing me. Let's switch. Back up here. Okay. Power stroke motor. 7.3. $700. I guess it all depends who you know too. If you knew someone, I'm sure you'd get a better deal. Oh, here's a brick nose with the IDI. I hardly see a lot of brick noses around. All right, you want to see a 12 valve. Mike, what's going on, buddy? 12 valve. Yo, if y'all haven't given this a like, if you can give it a like, I'd appreciate it. You like the Volnos F-150 or no? Yes. Actually, there's one in my driveway. I'm building an 84 F-250. It's got a 351 for my wife. It's in the stage of primer right now. And I've just been waiting on the weather because it doesn't fit my garage. Here's a couple 12 valves. There's the 12 valve prices. All right, let's see if the Fox body's on here. Yeah, it'd be cool when it's done. And I just need to get it. Ideally, the end goal. It came with like a deck over bed thing on it, and I found a bed for it. Had to do some body work to the bed. The bed needs to go through primer, paint, and still more body work. The cab's almost done. Like I said, it's got the first coat of primer. It needs to be blocked again, probably primed again, then blocked, then painted. It's just time, and I got to wait for the weather to be nice to do it. All right, let's see if we can find this Mustang right here. 1983 Mustang. I have to open up my radius. Dude, I don't see it, man. Let's see. Let's open this up. 80 miles. Now it should pop up. It's in Mass. Okay. We're getting there. Trust me, I know that car when I see it. If it pops up. Dang, notchback. Those that slick looking. I love notchbacks. Ooh, step side bullnose. I'm gonna start spending money I don't want to spend. Dude, why can't we find this Fox body? Gotta open it up even more. What do you mean? All right, let's do 250. It's all freaking New England at that point. Back to the top. So where is this car? Paul, give me the town that it's in, man. Oh, you're gonna make me do that. All right, let's look at this piece of work. Who's watching? 8 people? What's up, guys? All right, so this is Paul, who's in this live now. It's Mustang, which I helped him work on. Oh, he went and carved on it? Dang. Yeah, dang. Hello, Alyssa, beautiful wife. All right, so anyone who's watching this is Paul's car, which he sold to buy me out of, but that's different. We did a whole Explorer motor in it at my house. We put, what did we do to it? And we put a new N41 Anderson cam in it. TJ Fry, what's going on, man? We put GT40P heads on it, or GT40Ps, I think. And I don't know. We built the whole motor outside of the car, did everything, roller rockers, all that. And then once we finished the motor swap, like 2 weeks later, Paul sold it. Yeah, here's the roller rockers. I sold him a nice set of motorsport valve covers. Anyone who knows Fords, whatever. Now it's back up for sale. Although he carb swapped it, which is pretty cool, I guess. But I don't know, had the fuel injection, all that worked fine. It's not like you're making more power with a carb. All right, let's go back to this real quick. So yeah, so that's that. And he sold it for a Miata. It was a cool car. We did I got photos of it and stuff. Um, dude, it wasn't even that fast. I guess happy wife, happy life. Callum, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Drop a like if you guys haven't yet. I'd appreciate it. Oh, that's a bad idea. Let me turn this. It was loud and broke down. Well, it broke down because of the mechanic behind it, who owned it, the owner. Junk. What's going on with everybody? What's everybody up to tonight besides watching this? All right, so since we got packing boxes at work, nice, dude. Don't you work for yourself? Or am I confusing you with somebody? Pretty sure you do. I posted a video on my channel with the 4.8. All right, let's look it up as a group. Go to channel. The screen share. Cleaning my garage workbench. Dang, am I on the garage TV? All right, let's see. Oh, sweet. Dang. I like it. Is this two-wheel drive? Yeah, looks it. Lowered. Nice, dude. It looks clean. It looks clean. Be nice with the LS in there. Ooh. Owning my own business, so I work less. Made me work around the clock. Yeah, that's how it always goes, dude. And I don't even own my own business, but I could understand that from other people that own their own business. Oh, man. Two-wheel drive. I mean, dude, that'll be a sick truck when it's got the swap in it. 5.3 LS. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. Come along for the ride. How does the G35, did Mark take you for a ride? Yes, he did take me for a ride. We went for a little, sorry, I'm the laptop on my legs. We went for a little rip Um, down near Chris's shop. It squeals on startup. I guess I didn't even look under the hood, but he said it was like a pulley going bad. Um, I don't know. But besides that, dude, I'm sure it's on his video, but he messed up the threads on the O2 sensor. I was there for that. And then he pulled off the old manifold. I tapped in for like 5-10 minutes, helped him undo some. Oh, he had a 5 rib pulley on a 6 rib system. Oh, did he say that in his video? That makes sense. I didn't watch the video yet. But yeah, so he switched the whole manifold over because he messed up the O2, or the O2 sensor threads were messed up. And then it ran good. It drove good. I mean, it sounds good too. It's not like too loud, and it's not annoying either. Like, it sounds pretty good. Um, and then as far as I was there when they left, they packed up, him and Wes, and hit the road. And as far as I know, they made it home. Yeah, it's funny though. It's cool seeing it brought back for sure. It's funny how it all worked out and how Mark pulled the motor out of one running driving car, and then they put it in another car, and then it just a whole whatever. But they needed, I don't know how all those, I'm not into excuse me, all that, those cars or engines. But from what Mark was saying, one's a rev up and one's not, and one needs a certain ECU and one needs a certain wiring harness. But I'm glad it worked out and Mark got it back together and drove it home. And then now, um, Mark brought the extra motor with the whole all-wheel drive trans, which is huge, by the way. And it's just sitting in Chris's shop, as far as I know. 4 different years in engines was a lot. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you would think, because the Infinities came with them, and I didn't even know that they offer those in all-wheel drive. I'm not a big Infinity guy, but the Infinities had them. The two-door Infinities had them. The Nissans had them. And just like there seemed like there was so much fluctuation and so many or variables for those engines and cars that they could have just narrowed it down and made it less, if that makes sense. You know, but yeah, it's like the Fox body. Like, how many platforms are actually a Fox body? The Mustang, the Turbo Coupe or Thunderbird, the Lincoln Mark, whatever number it is, the Ford Durango, the Ford Fairmont. There was LTDs on that platform, Granadas, the Mercury Zephyr, the Lincoln equivalent. No, Ford Futura, all that. It's like platforms are weird. Cars are weird when you really step back and think about it. Dang, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Um, I'd ideally like to do more of these in the future and do actual things during them instead of just sit on my couch and talk to you guys. But it'd be cool. I'm just still getting used to the whole thing, trying it out, figuring out. I just found out the other day from Orion that if you do it on your phone, you have to switch it in advance. I like the 80s Fords. My buddy is building a Turbo LS LTD. That's sick. Um, why did I just recently come around the shop? Recently, so I've been hanging out with Chris for like a year and a half, 2 years. I'm not his actual cousin. My wife is. Um, for those that are curious. But I mean, I've been with my wife for, I don't know, 8 years now. And then I knew Chris, hung out with him at holidays. And then it really started because my wife works from home. And then I get the week off for Christmas. And because she's on calls all day long, she doesn't want me in the house or making noise. And my garage is under my house. So you'd hear everything. So I just hit him up. I was like, hey, dude, do you need help with anything? Like, I'll come work on cars because I enjoy it. And then it just, over the past year and a half, things grew and grew, and now it's at where it is today. So that's how, whatever. And then once the new shop came, like I was hanging out in the old shop for probably a year, just once or twice a week when I had free time. And then on top of it, I was doing orders, like packing orders for them at a different location. So whenever I had the extra free time, that was a priority first, was to get the orders out, and then I could go hang out. Obviously, after that stuff was done. Um, but now I don't really do the orders. I just do some of the email stuff. Chris does it now that it's back all under the same building, which makes sense because he can get to it sooner. Um, but I just once the new shop came about, it was like all hands on deck. Everybody's trying to help him out, which is cool, and it's a cool place. And then the tire machine, Orion was talking about it on a stream once, and at the same point, I need new tires on one of my cars. And it's like, why would I go pay someone to mount and balance them? Let's see if I get a sponsor. So I reached out to Chris. I was like, hey, do you mind seeing if we could get a sponsor for this? And he was all on board. So I reached out. We got the Atlas sponsor. And then from there on, it's just like turned into me doing it part time for Chris, and then just helping him out and trying to take. He's got so many things going on, and just trying to take some of the workload off of him. And that's how it all came about. And then I don't know. I only show up in videos when I'm there and when the camera's rolling. So it's like, if that makes sense, why I'm only limited in certain things. So like when the lift came in, I was like, oh, I'll help you put it together. And I want to make sure to see that through. So that's why I was there for that and in that video, if that makes sense. Speak of the devil. But yes, there's a lot more. We're working with a lot more people. Um, and Chris and I are trying to go to SEMA this year, which I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but and really do some networking. So that's that on all that stuff. But I also work a full time job, 40 hours a week, which takes up a lot of time. Obviously, I'm sure all y'all work more than that too, no less. Did I just Chris asked me like months, or he brought it up like I don't know, probably like 8 months ago about going to see him. I just brought it up one day, and like this is before all this, and I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool to go. Like just as a car person who's interested in cars, to go and experience SEMA and see all those businesses and even the builds that companies do and bring them to SEMA. It's everybody's trying out new things, and it's like one-off cars and all that. F-250. Okay. Um, but yeah, so hopefully we can go. My wife chiming in with the F-250. So, for those that don't know, we have a '84 bullnose F-250 351 Windsor, which me and her are working to finish for her so she can have a little classic project truck. Even though we are the world's largest MR2 parts distributor, dang, we're only playing so small. Oh, I thought you guys were real cousins, grew up together, whatever. No, so that's why we come from two different backgrounds. Because my wife is his cousin, not me. And so I grew up like from my father and was influenced on Fords and American Muscle and classic cars and my brother and all that. And that's what I grew up on. And then um, I don't know what influenced Chris to get into cars, but that's why he's all into the Japanese and drifting and all that. Um, and that's like now two different worlds are colliding, if that makes sense. But no. No, in the Haggard days, I'm 29, so I think I'm 2 years older than Chris or whatever. In the Haggard days, I was probably in college. So was that 2016, 2017? No, probably before that. Although, fun fact, um, that not a lot of people know. Jimmy Oaks went. I went to high school. We went to the same high school, and he graduated a year before me. Big Toyota guy, JDM stuff, and like you, I grew up around Mopars. Me and my dad and grandfather were all Mopar guys, but I ended up getting into Hondas for work. Yeah, so I had a lot of friends growing up who were also into Fords or classic cars, like high school friends. And nobody in high school that I was friends with at the time was really into JDM stuff, so that's why I never got exposed to it or interest in it. I mean, I appreciate every car for what it's worth, don't get me wrong. And I like cool cars, but it's just I'd rather build what I like to build. And that's why I've just been stuck around small block Fords because that's what I grew up on. And I grew up going to like car show, like classic car shows and Carlisle, if anyone knows what that is, and things like that. And that's why I have no JDM. The only JDM influence I had growing up was Fast and Furious. But like nobody that I knew in like high school that was old, like nobody had JDM cars or was like, or nobody like some people may get exposed to it because their older cousins or their friends' older siblings or whatever have like JDM cars, or nobody that I grew up around that. Small block Chevy 305 or small block Ford 302 and why? I wouldn't even I would do small block Chevy 350 or 302. Um, I personally prefer the small block Ford 302 just because that's what I like. Small block Chevy though, and everybody who knows small block Chevys knows this. You can literally go to a parts store like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, whatever, and get half of the stuff you need for that motor on hand. And if you want to go to O'Reilly's or whatever, Big Riz, what's going on, man? Um, yeah, if you want to, you can't walk into a parts store and get small block Ford parts. Once you're into muscle cars, it never leaves you. 100%. Hell yeah, Carlisle, you're like 25 minutes from it. Gone to Chrysler Show literally since he was born. Mom took you as a newborn. That's cool. I went to the Ford weekend a couple times. My brother lives in that area, and I'm sure you're close to like Maple Grove and all that then, which is cool because that's a track that has a lot of rich history in drag racing, which is cool. Big Riz. Just stopping in, working on a 2007 Nissan Quest fuel pump. Dang. Outside on the side of the neighborhood, little mobile mechanic, dude, right now. Side quest, man. Make that money, dude. Good stuff. I mean, it's raining out here. I put a new starter in my lawnmower earlier this evening in the rain just to get it done and over with. Um, but hell yeah. No, Carlisle's cool. Pennsylvania's rich in classic cars. And I think Grundy's out of Pennsylvania. Car insurance. Oh, it's raining down in Dallas, right? You're out of Dallas, I think. Went to Maple Grove a lot growing up. Yeah, probably used to race cars. Hold the flashlight. Dang, been there and done that. It's a classic. Um, yeah, Maple Grove is cool for sure. I mean, Pennsylvania in general is cool with just all the shows and events and like Chocolate Fox. That's a newer event. It's all Fox bodies in Hershey. It was just last weekend. I went to the first one a couple years back. It was pretty cool. I mean, it's just there's New England doesn't have that kind of stuff, unfortunately. Like we just have small car shows here and there, but we don't like out west. You like California, Nevada. You have SEMA. You have Good Guys car shows regularly. I mean, there's just a bunch of major, and even a lot of the classic car companies are California based. Um, or Midwest based, and even the Midwest has some stuff, but like we have nothing in New England, nothing. But dang, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate everybody liking the stream up. I appreciate it. Just gonna go to Chalk Fox, my buddy. Then gonna go to Hershey Classic Show Swap Meet this year. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, dude. Carlisle has the best swap. Like we have one swap meet around here or two, and one's by local street route association, which is cool. But it's all Chevy stuff. I mean, it's rare to find Ford stuff. And then the other ones at like our Stafford Springs Speedway, which I think is all like late model racing stuff. And I went to that one time, and a lot of it was just swap meet for those cars. So it was a lot of car parts specifically for those race cars. But like Carlisle is a whole nother swap meet. I mean, at least you'll see Ford stuff. Like if you want to find special things or hard to find parts, that's where you go. And it just sucks 'cause we don't have anything like that locally here. And like it's like a 4-hour drive, if not longer, 4.5 for Chocolate Fox and all that, or Carlisle. But yeah, it's cool. My brother's in PA, and actually, one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube, Tony Angelo. Stay tuned. He's out of PA, and he does a lot of cool stuff. He does both the drifting side of it and the hot rod side of it. He does some cool. They bang out some cool builds. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. You ever end up going out to PA for a show? Hit me up. Absolutely, dude. Most definitely. My brother lives in PA. Although I don't visit as much as I'd like to, but I'm down that way sometimes. What part of I'm sure Mark and Chris know, but what part of PA are you in? Actually, I could probably figure that out if you're 25 minutes from Carlisle. Harrisburg. Oh, I know where that is. And States in Harrisburg, or one of the branches is. Oh, Tony parts are super cool, dude. Oh, Mopar parts, I assume, because he does a lot of Mopar stuff. That's cool though. That'd be a trip to meet him. It's like a cool experience. Oh, you're like middle PA. Dang, Harrisburg. Let's see, how far is that from here? What do we got? 4 hours and 40 minutes. Harrisburg, yeah. Brake parts first demon, which is is that the one that got the new motor? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take off. End this pretty soon. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Ryan said about coming down to do a stream and a shop tour. Buff. Damn, 40 cars. That's a shop. If I ever heard of one. All you 40 cars y'all own. W stream, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, and I'll definitely do this in the future. Stay tuned. Like I said, I'd like to do like doing more things or just not sitting on my couch. Dang, dude. Maybe next time I'm in PA, I'll hit you up. Be cool to check it out. Um, but yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting and having a conversation with me. And I'll see y'all soon.